All right. Well, Personify is really good at sending emails. If you have your contacts in the system, it's just a couple of clicks to get those sent out to everyone in a way that makes sense for you and for them. Today, I want to just walk you through setting up and sending your very first email campaign. It's not that hard to do, but there's a few things we'll want to make sure we do to have it go out in the right way. Okay, so I'm in our Personify account, and I am going to, let me show you this first. You go to Marketing, and then Email Campaigns. Click on that, you'll get this page, and we're going to click the New button. We're going to start from scratch, and you can pull up these and use them as a template. Like these are like past emails. So you could use it and modify it and send something similar to that. For us, we're going to start with a blank template. So blank, if you like typing in code or plain text, you can select those, but we're going to use the design editor. All right. So when this is loaded up, you start with very simple. View this email in browser. I like to keep that in place, and then a spot where you can start typing. Now you'll notice over here there popped up this a set of little tiles. These are different things you can add. So if you want to add a shopping cart, you just drag and drop. Oops, drag. Let's see. Oh, see. Okay, so something funny happened here. It's not letting me drag in. A lot of times, if you just reload the page, it'll do that. It has to load a whole bunch of little apps in the background, and sometimes it doesn't do that quite right. It doesn't all load in. All right, so now I dragged in a little shopping cart. You can drop in a button, right? You can do about anything. So for this demo, I actually jumped into ChatGPT, and since we have Halloween coming up, I created a mock little email that we're going to send out about trunk or treating. So I went ahead and up here at the top named the email. This isn't going to be the title or anything that anybody else will see, but internally you'll be able to see this as the title of the email that we're putting together. All right, so let me copy here, and I'm just going to do this. We're going to drop that email in here. Let's see, we're just going to take out the start from scratch, and we want to change this to that. There we go. This will be a fairly normal looking email, nothing too fancy. We could add fancy stuff, but for the demo, we're just going to make it look like a regular old email. Now you'll see ChatGPT dropped in these little placeholder areas, right? So I could type in a person's name, but if I want to send it to a whole bunch of people, that's not going to work. So I could say something like, "Hi friend," or "Hey there," or something like that. But with Personify, there's a much better way. We can use what's called custom values. And I actually already copied some of those. And I'm going to show you real quick. We'll just drop that in right there. Okay, so what this is a short code. We call them a custom value. What's going to happen is when you're sending, let's say you're sending 100 emails, and you've got all the people's email addresses in there, and you've got their name associated with that email in the CRM. Well, it's going to go, okay, so this person's going to Nathan's email address, so I'm going to drop Nathan's name in there, and in this case, it's just going to be the first name. So it's a dynamic way of adding content in as the emails are getting sent out. So I've got, let's see, I've got the information in here. So let's create a little more. Let's drop in a few more custom variables. There and here, and one more, the website, right? So let's look at these codes. So I put in username, so the person who's sending the email. If that's me, it's going to say Nathan. Location name is going to be the account name, so Personify. And user email, that'll be my email. And then location website, so Personify's website. It'll drop it all right in there dynamically. There's all sorts of different custom variables you can use. These are some common ones. Let's see. Do we want to add anything else? Countdown. I've actually never used the countdown. This is a pretty new tool. Let's see. So I believe this will tell us, it'll give us opportunity to drop in a countdown timer. Continue with this template. Timer date. So we're going to say, I think I said in the email it was October 30th. And we'll say it's at 6:30, 0 seconds. Oh, well, now we want 0 seconds. There, okay. I wonder if that's AM or PM. Huh. I think it's AM. So this will be in military time. So 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll want 18. There we go. All right. So let's see. Did it save that? It did not. It did not. Sorry about this, folks. 18, 30, and 0 seconds. Okay. Confirm. There. Okay. So there. So I'm going to hit save on this. And I believe it will automatically drop that in. When the email sends, it'll put in that timer. All right. That was a little bit of a distraction. Sorry. Let's go ahead and pretend we're going to send this. You can send it now. You can schedule it. I like batch schedule, especially if you're sending to a whole bunch of people all at once. I'd say if you're sending to more than 15 people, use the batch schedule. It adds some extra little values that might be a little confusing the first time you do it, but it's really not so bad. What it's going to do is it's going to, based on your criteria, it'll send a burst of emails every so often, and that'll help with deliverability. Google won't look at it and go, oh, this might be spam, you know. So what you do is you set when you want to send it, the date. You say the quantity. I like to do 15 every 15 minutes. I don't want to send it on Saturday or Sunday. So what it's going to do is it's going to start sending emails on the 17th, and it's going to send 15 every 15 minutes, Thursday, Friday. It'll skip Saturday and Sunday. If it doesn't get all of them sent out on Friday, it's going to wait until Monday to start sending more. We want it to start sending it, let's say 12:15, and we don't want them sent any later than, let's say 5:30 p.m. From, I'm just going to put in hello at Personify. You'll want to use a verified email. That's a totally separate thing. Hopefully you've got that all set up and did so with our onboarding process. I can send it, Nathan at Personify. And then this is where you drop in the subject line that everybody else is going to see. And let's see if I can drop this in here and there. And I missed the J when I copied, so join. There we go. You can add preview text. I don't tend to do that. It might be a good idea. I just don't think ahead and come up with the preview text to put in there. You can set up tracking, and it'll help you with stats, and those stats are actually right inside of Personify. And then you can send who you're going to send it to. You can do it based on tags. You can choose them individually, or a smart list. If you know you're sending it out to a specific group using a smart list, you can select that, and then you hit the plus and choose your smart list. So that's how you'd put it together. You'd hit the schedule button, and it's just going to sit there until it hits the date and time that you want, and it'll send those emails out automatically. I'm not going to do that because this is just a pretend email, but that is how you send your first email campaign. There's little things you have to think ahead and set up and do, but for the most part, it's not that hard to do. And it's way easier if you're sending to a bunch of people. It's way easier doing this once than it is to try and send a whole bunch of emails individually, or try and figure out how to do it in a batch, from your regular email address. And it'll probably be a lot more effective. The deliverability will be a lot higher if you're sending to a whole bunch of people through your email address on, your Gmail account or your email app or whatever. Google tends to not like that. You'll get tagged as spam, and things will end in not in their inbox, but a different inbox, or in spam or something like that. Of course, as you're working on this stuff, sending your own email campaigns, if you run into trouble, be sure to hit the little pink speech bubble down in the bottom right-hand corner. That will get you to tech support. That'll give you chat or Zoom support, or you can schedule a call. They're great. They'll be able to fix whatever is broken, help you figure out whatever you need to figure out to be successful with Personify.